Well, greetings this season in Advent, and we are moving quickly to the celebration of God coming to this world as a newborn baby, the sweet, vulnerable, innocent baby who will be our salvation. And it is a story that we always need to hear every year, a story that brings us light in our darkness. I'm Pastor Karen, and today I'm going to reflect on one of the members of the story that we don't consider, one that we know would have been part of this story, one who came on the magical night to help so that angels could sing of a newborn king. I'm going to ponder of the midwife, the one that helped Mary give birth to Jesus. It was standard practice for women to help other women give birth, women who were trained so mom and baby would survive. They were there to encourage and help. And it was done in a sitting position with a birthing stool, and there probably was hay in case the baby wasn't caught in time. And there were cloths used to clean the baby and then wrap them so that then it would be given to the mom, so mom and baby could begin their life together. I'm going to start in the story in Luke, where after we hear of Joseph needing to get to Bethlehem to be registered because it was required of him, because that was where he was from. Joseph went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. And while they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child. And she gave birth to her firstborn and wrapped him in bands of cloth, laid him in a manger because there was no place for them in the inn. It's chaos right now. The streets are packed with strangers from all over the region, coming in for all because they have to be registered because of the emperor. Who knows what he's up to? And everything feels so uncertain. Why are we having this census? I've been asked to help in a birth for a young girl from my friend who owns the inn down the street. This young girl had come in with her husband on a donkey, and she looked so tired and ready for this child to be born. And I know what that feels like, so heavy, and every movement is clumsy and ever remindful of what is to come. Deep, deep pain. We also know what comes with that pain is relief when that little soul finally shows up. Well, my friend, the innkeeper, also told me that this young girl had a presence about her, that when she met her, my friend had a sense of hope she had never experienced before. Well, I'm anxious to meet her and her husband. I wonder what I'll encounter. I'll fast forward. The labor was quick for this young woman, Mary. I'll say woman now that I've met her. She's mature beyond her years. Her husband came to me after she had been in labor for hours, I believe. But when I got there, she was in full-blown labor and ready to have this baby. The barn where they were staying was well situated, with the animals off to the side, not interfering with what was happening. The smell of the straw and the animals was almost like perfume that held us all, and as she moaned through her pains. I tried to keep her husband away, but he had to be there. His presence seemed to calm her. It was really only a few pushes on that birthing stool that this little one came in to this world. I caught him before he hit that hay below. I caught him with a blanket, quickly wiping him dry and setting him then on Mary's breast. And as I finished with what I needed to get done, I noticed a hush in the barn as the animals seemed to be moving their gaze to the child. And the parents, they were cooing over this little one. I love it when that happens. And then I turned and I looked out the window of the barn and I saw a glow from the sky. A star had rested over the barn. Well, this was a birth at first glance, nothing out of the ordinary. But at the same time, it was extraordinary. It was magical. And I do hope in time I begin to understand. Well, as you continue your Advent season, take time to imagine yourself in the birth story of Jesus. Imagine in the fields or standing in the barn. What do you smell? What do you see? What do you feel on your skin? What do you hear? And what does this mean to you, this birth of a newborn, who's born to be our Savior, our love, and our light?